Rivers Deputy Governor advocates for collaboration, health sector stakeholders. More than 3 million eligible voters register with INEC as elections draw closer. Plus, Bayelsa State Government declares public holiday as President Tinubu visits state for inauguration of key projects. Hello, a very good evening to you all, and welcome to the Rstv World News. I am Solomon Nelson Braid. River State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is the task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at rstvph. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. We begin the news with the River State Deputy Governor, Professor Ngozi Odu, calling for a renewed commitment, transparency, and collaboration among stakeholders in the health sector between the River State Contributory Health Protection Program, RIVCHAP, and the Primary Healthcare Management Board. She made the call during the 2026 first quarter review meeting of the Task Force on Primary Health Care at the Government House, Port Harcourt. Melvin Jackson has more.
The Deputy Governor stressed the importance of honesty and urged all parties to be truthful and open in addressing challenges within the system. According to her, transparency remains critical to identifying and resolving underlying issues affecting healthcare delivery, noting that if they are not truthful, the disease cannot be cured, but will be merely covered up. The Deputy Governor recounted a personal experience at a primary health center where a patient, despite being duly registered under health insurance scheme with completed biometric capture, was still asked to make payment for services. According to her, intervention by relevant authorities later confirmed the patient's eligibility, exposing a communication gap between the scheme and healthcare providers.
It is very important for the RIF chiefs to work closely with the primary healthcare board, especially the people in charge of the health facilities in the communities. Because if we don't do that, we will not be gaining the kind of mileage we're supposed to gain. I have to mention this because of experience I had myself in a health center that is in my community. I have mentioned it to the ES Primary Care Board and ES region, where somebody was registered and the healthcare facility people were asking the person to pay. And the person said, no, I registered. And there was biometrics done, and they said, no, you must pay.
Leadership and staff of the Primary Healthcare Management Board, Ministry of Health, development partners, as well as other supporting units for their efforts. Professor Odo stressed that performance should not lead to complacency and encouraged stakeholders to continuously strive for improvements, raise standards, and leave lasting positive impacts within the system. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
The Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, River State Council, has commended the management of River State Television for changing the narrative of broadcast media in the state. Chairman of the council, Comrade Paul Bazia Insane, made the commendation at the 4th edition of the monthly prayer session initiated by Ambassador Paul Dangbo-led management at the station. Nnamdi Olebeni takes it from here.
The NUJ chairman eulogized Rstv for the prayer initiative which will help the station succeed, noting that whatever is committed to God never fails. Comrade Bazia, while commending the outfit for also initiating a monthly award for performing staff, lauded the management for the choice of reward for hard work, which further portrays encouragement to work harder. He advised the recipients and other staff to be diligent and show professionalism in carrying out their duties. He also charged journalists to take professionalism seriously with dignity and desist from appearing beggarly. Comrade Bazia, however, expressed NUJ's readiness to always support the station, emphasizing that the union will continue to speak up for the upgrade of government-owned media houses.
You look at the kind of equipment they are using and the ones they bring from afar, and I shout, is this really River State, our own River State, our own Rstv? I was setting the page around, and I keep praying. Let the Lord touch the hearts of the leaders. Let them invest small into this Rstv so that we can make progress. Gradually, it is coming. And we need to understand that now more people will be looking at what we are doing. So we have to take what we are doing serious, and more doors will keep opening for us.
Earlier, the acting general manager of Rstv, Ambassador Paul Dambo, sought the cooperation of the Nigerian Union of Journalists and partnership for the station to excel. Ambassador Dambo states that the monthly prayer meeting has brought good tidings to the station. He highlighted some of the achievements of his administration to include renovation of station's canteen to improve staff welfare, training for cameramen to improve video production, security men and receptionists to strengthen professionalism for better service delivery.
The truth is that in life, we should know that we are not going to remain in one place forever. So whenever you have opportunity, do the little you can and move on. There are doors, there are opportunities out there. So don't want to die. That's why you see people change their age. Every day they are changing their age because they want to remain there. It's not necessary. It shows that you don't know your God and you don't know what vision God has for you. So I want to thank God for this privilege, for giving me this opportunity to be at the helm of affairs of RSTV. And I want to appreciate first the family secretary, because God used it to change RSTV ambience, and also is doing greater things, and they're giving us all the necessary encouragement and support to make sure that the face of the state media is completely transformed.
Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
The Bayelsa state government has declared Friday a work-free day and ordered the closure of the markets ahead of the visit of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the state. Bayelsa State Commissioner for Information Orientation and Strategy, Obiwo Koku Obiai, disclosed this on Thursday in Yenagua, the state capital. She said President Tinubu is expected to inaugurate key projects during the visit, including a state-owned gas turbine at Opolo Elebele, a 60-kilometer dual carriageway from Onopa to the LNG access, and a 330-meter bridge linking Angiama to Oporoma in southern Ijaw local government area. Koku Obiai urged residents, including traders, to comply with the directive and turn out to welcome the president. The government said the measures were part of efforts to ensure a smooth and successful visit. The Independent National Electoral Commission has recorded over 3.4 million new voters in the ongoing second phase of the continuous voter registration exercise nationwide. According to the Commissioner's Week 13 update released on Wednesday in Abuja, a total of 3,441,121 registrations have been completed as of April 3, covering both online pre-registrations and physical walk-ins. INEC disclosed that 2,068,384 citizens completed their registration online, while 1,372,737 others registered physically at designated centers across the country. This is Rstv World News. River State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is the task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at RSTVPH. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And in part 2, after the break, U.S. citizens from 18 years of age likely to be registered into military draft. And in sports, Cape Verde withdraws from friendlies with Super Falcons without cogent reasons. Please stay with us for more news after the break.
Rstv Television, the treasured station.
From the creeks of the capital, we tell the stories.
My name is Gostowa Anele, reporting for Rstv Television.
Areas of agriculture, education, infrastructure.
And the people who are concerned are actually calling for government intervention.
Stakeholders believe that state police could also alleviate on the burden.
From River State to the world, we keep you connected. Stories gathered, facts verified, truth delivered.
At Rstv, not only do we offer you authentic coverage, we offer the premium value, and our prices you can trust are fair and affordable.
Here in Rstv, our audience is our priority, our integrity, our pride. Your story is told with truth and passion. That's Rstv Television. Stay with us.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide, presents 7 Sundays Deliverance titled
Summon them to the court of heaven. Are they fighting you for what God has given to you? Summon them to the court of heaven. Is there a wicked gang up against you? Summon them to the court of heaven. Are they attacking your children? Summon them to the court of heaven. Are they fighting against your miracle pregnancy? Summon them to the court of heaven. Are they spiritually blocking your marital breakthrough? Summon them to the court of heaven. Is there any sickness in your body that have refused to go? Summon that sickness to the court of heaven. When all that court fails, the court of heaven stands. Date:
Sunday 29th March, Sunday 5th April, Sunday 12th April, Sunday 19th April, and Sunday 26th April 2026.
Time 9 a.m. Venue: Dr. Jesus City.
4 p.m. Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
With gratitude to God Almighty for a fulfilled life, we, the families of late Chief Opuda Kaladokubo Jack, Chief Opuari Indasiye, Ekene House in Kola Kingdom, King Kieni Royal House of Buguma, Bravo State, the Royal House of late Chief Ojiako and Akabo in Ikeduru, Imo State, jointly announced the demise of our late brother, uncle, cousin, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, Chief Dr. Broadfield Michael Jack, JP, was aged 79. Burial arrangement, Wednesday, 8 April 2026, 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Service of songs at Ecumenical Center, Port Harcourt. Friday, 10th April 2026, 12 noon, body arrives at Bonima to be received by the Council of Chiefs. 7 p.m. Wake Keep. Saturday, 11th April 2026, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Body lies in state in Iju Jack Memorial Hall for viewing. 12 noon, commendation service at St. Paul's Lutheran Church, Iyemoni. 2 p.m. interment. Reception follows immediately. This is jointly signed by Alabo Professor S.E. Dagogo Jack, Kaladokubo VI, and Adolphus Michael Jack for the family.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back. As part of efforts to boost operational efficiency of the Nigerian Navy, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Idi Abbas, has vowed to complete all abandoned projects initiated by his predecessors. Abbas made the declaration in his paper presented to participants of Naval Warfare Course 10 at the Naval War College in Calabar on Thursday. In a paper titled Vision and Mission of the CNS, Abbas said His vision and mission aligned with the objectives of the Nigerian Navy's Strategic Plan 2021 to 2030. The CNS explained that to achieve these objectives, each line item will be accomplished within short, medium, and long-term time frames. He listed as top priorities the completion of the permanent site for the War College, the Naval Hotel in Calabar, and the establishment of a Naval School of Nursing. Abbas also mentioned the establishment of the Nigerian Navy Leadership Academy, the Nigeria Navy Cyber Command, and the Nigerian Navy Public Information School. In his address, Rear Admiral Mohammed Nuye, Commandant of the Naval War College, urged participants to remain open-minded to enable them to apply the knowledge gained in their respective offices. He said Course 10 of the Naval War Program has 34 participants, with the Nigerian Navy accounting for 26 and 1 each from the Nigerian Army and Air Force. The Commandant added that the course also has 2 participants from Cameroon and 1 each from Ghana and Liberia. Moving on, local authorities in France have said that 4 people have died off the coast of northern France after attempting to board a boat to take them across the English Channel. 2 men and 2 women died after they tried to board a water taxi and the currents swept them away. The Pas de Calais prefecture said at a news conference, adding that the death toll was still provisional. 38 people were rescued, 3 of whom were treated as emergencies by authorities, including 2 children taken to hospital as a precaution. The boat continued its journey towards the UK, carrying around 30 people. A UK government spokesperson said they were deeply saddened to hear about the deaths. Young American men could be automatically registered for eligibility for the military draft as soon as December, ending decades of self-registration. The new rule proposed by a government agency will see men being registered automatically rather than being asked to do so themselves within 30 days of their 18th birthday. Proponents of the plan say that automatic registrations will save the government millions of dollars that are spent every year, reminding those eligible that registration is required by law for men between 18 and 25. The rule is still being reviewed and must be approved before implementation, though has prompted fears of mandatory U.S. conscription in the event of crisis. The last U.S. military draft took place in 1973 after years of massive public opposition during the Vietnam War. Cape Verde have withdrawn from the planned international friendlies against Nigeria's Super Falcons. The fixtures were slated for Wednesday 15 and Saturday 18 April at the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikenne. Reports indicate that the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) is now searching for a replacement opponent, although the short notice may make it difficult to secure one in time. The Super Falcons are still expected to assemble in Abuja this weekend, with the matches attended to from part of the build-up to the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations in July. Justin Madugu's team last faced Cameroon's indomitable Lionesses twice during the previous international window. The African champions lost the first friendly 1-0 and bounced back with a 3-1 victory in the second friendly. And still on sports, President of the Confederation of African Football, Patrice Motsepe, has promised to implement the decision of the Court of Arbitration for Sport over the disputed 2025 AFCON title, which was awarded to Morocco by the body's appeal committee. Motsepe made this known during a visit to Senegal 22 days after the historic decision to strip the Teranga Lions of victory in the final of the 2025 AFCON, declaring Morocco the winners. On 17 March, CAF's Appeals Committee announced an unprecedented decision, declaring Morocco the winner of the final which was held on 18th January by a 3-0 scoreline, despite losing the match on the pitch 1-0 on the grounds that the Teranga Lions players withdrew from the field. CAF's decision sparked strong reactions inside Senegal as the government, in a statement issued on 18 March, called for an international investigation into suspicions of corruption within the leading bodies of the African Confederation. In the wake of the legal battle, Motsepe acknowledged that the challenge and issues experienced during the final are now before the Court of Arbitration for Sport, and that CAF will fully respect and implement whatever decisions made. The CAF president said his visit was driven by a strong commitment to working closely with Senegal's football leadership alongside the president, the government, and the people of the nation. The visit is believed to be a diplomatic mission to calm the atmosphere over the ongoing legal battle surrounding the 2025